What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with AltCoin Buzz. We're going to talk about some things in this video about the bear market conditions that we're kind of seeing, the stagnation, the buying opportunities. Also, we're going to talk about outlooks and forecasts, and we're going to dive right in here. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at on Instagram. This is a post that I put up. Actually, let's go to Twitter where it's more relevant. So this is me. I'm Blockchain J on Twitter. I said, it's weird. Part of me wants this market to launch forward, but the logical, rational side of me sees so much value in a bear market, realizing that there are sales. Am I alone here, or are you guys feeling that also? And so what I mean by that, in case you didn't see it and you wanted a little bit of an elaboration, is that we get paid on Friday or we get paid every 2 weeks, and if that market just kind of touches bottom for maybe maybe a couple days, it doesn't give us enough time to get that investment capital into the market at that really good price. So here's kind of a way to look at it. Let's say you invested in Cardano at 62 cents. You could say, oh my goodness, I'm invested in Cardano at 62 cents. And if we go look at Cardano over here and see where Cardano's at, ADA, you can see it's at 35 cents. So what I'm saying is, if you believed in Cardano, and this is just an example, and I don't know which positions y'all hold, but if you believed in Cardano at 65 cents, say, or 62 cents, whatever the number is that you invested at, maybe wouldn't you believe in Cardano at 35 cents, or what's changed? Except for the price, right? So maybe it's good to get into a position. I don't know. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. But if you believed in it at 65 cents and you can get it at 35 cents, wouldn't that be a good thing? Unless you've lost hope in cryptocurrency or Cardano. Maybe Litecoin. If you invested in Litecoin at $300 and you see Litecoin sitting at 145, that's a special deal right there, right? But maybe your situation is that you don't get paid, or you have to wait up to, because we talked about if you drink a lot of coffee or smoke a lot of cigarettes or drink a lot of alcohol, maybe you sacrifice those things and smoke less cigarettes or drink less alcohol or whatever the case is, so that you can get, set some of that money aside to put it into cryptocurrency. We're not talking about money that you can't afford to lose in a worst case scenario. We're not talking about taking your home and leveraging that money and putting it into the market. We're talking about money that you just spend freely on things that you don't really need. You don't really need alcohol. You don't really need cigarettes. And, that's what I'm saying. So if you jumped into Litecoin at 300 and you got a chip on your shoulder about it and you're feeling sour, well, maybe you can get it on a deal. And then when it goes back up to 300, then you're back even on that position and you're up on this position. Wouldn't that be a cool situation? So that's kind of where my mind's at, and I'm pointing it out to you guys because sometimes it's a matter of your perspective. And if you can get your perspective correct, then that can really change your outlook, right? And if we just go to, here's something interesting. So you guys know the Winklevoss twins, they're heavily invested in Bitcoin and have been for a while. They're twins, they're Olympians. You might know them from Mark Zuckerberg. They were the ones that created Facebook or FaceMash, and then Mark Zuckerberg supposedly created Facebook after being on the project with them, but who knows the full story. But that's those guys. They're the Winklevoss twins. They sued Zuckerberg and got a lot of money out of that lawsuit, I guess. I wasn't there at Harvard when that all went down, but this article is posted on AltCoin Buzz.io, and you can see they're talking about how old money, right? So in the world of cryptocurrencies, Warren Buffett is known for his skeptical view of cryptocurrency since back in early January, when he, in an interview with CNBC, said, in terms of cryptocurrencies generally, I can say with almost certainty that it will come to a bad ending, right? So the Winklevoss twins kind of responded, and they said, let's see what they said. So here's another. However, the Winklevoss twins remained true to their beliefs, and when CNBC asked them to respond to the criticism, Tyler Winklevoss said, "You enter this world and you're taught money is the thing that's green, or it's this precious metal, and you start confusing what's familiar or what you use as what's real or the way things have to be. It's also a framework that's been embedded in, burned into your brain for, let's say, 65 to 70 years, and maybe in some of these cases, examples. You're talking about 80 years. It's hard to like unlearn that or think about something new and look if you're those individuals. The status quo is really good. So they're kind of saying it's a failure of imagination. So the negative outlook these Wall Street characters show is, according to the Winklevoss twins, a failure of imagination. So I put that out there because if you're getting fudded by the likes of these big money types, that's something to keep in mind, right? And I just want to also point this out that I posted yesterday, just in case you're not keeping up with me on Twitter, where I am posting these things quite frequently. All right. Professional investors love when markets crash because that is how they get rich. Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I personally listened to that audio book on YouTube. I think you can also get it on Audible. So, if you're into listening to literature or any sort of books or anything, or if you read them, it doesn't matter. It's a book, but you can also listen to it audio, just like you listen to these YouTube. So it's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and that's his outlook, that professional investors love when the markets crash because that is how you get rich. Remember, just think about it. It kind of makes sense, right? If you buy at an all-time high, where's the room to grow? So that's the point that we're making. And the only other thing I said, Twitter stock shot up today, just saying, but not saying to FOMO into Twitter. So I've been using Twitter a lot, and I invested in Twitter around the $20 mark, so it's now up to $30. I hold like 4 stocks. I don't have very many stocks that I buy, but Twitter is one of them. And that's because I use Twitter and I like it. Until Steemit really picks up or InvestFeed really picks up, Twitter is my platform of choice next to YouTube. So between YouTube and Twitter, that's where I spend most of my time. And if you are new here, you can follow who I'm following because I follow some of the key players in cryptocurrency. You can see who I'm following here. Doug Polk, Chris Giancarlo, he's the CFTC guy. Got Peter Thiel, SpaceX, I also follow. Richard Branson, I keep up with him. Most of these people are pretty positive about cryptocurrency. The Winklevoss twins, Jeff Bezos, Cliff High, Box Mining, Blue, and then some people from the AltCoin Buzz Army who are pretty cool. The CEO of Binance. Speaking of that, let's see what he's saying about Binance being up or down. So at least Zendesk is back. Support Binance. We'll have an update about system recovery soon. So Binance has hit that snag. That's an interesting circumstance that's come about. But this is the CEO of Binance. He's doing his best to get it back online. Shout out to this guy. Things like this do happen, but they've done a tremendous job of keeping people up to date despite the circumstance. So shout out to this guy. And yeah, I think that if we take a look here at these red candles and green candles, see what's coming in a lot of green right now. Trade history is showing green. Order book showing green. So this will probably produce a red green candle. But we've been at 8,005. So that's interesting. We're pushing. We are pushing. Let's keep an eye on Bitcoin here over the last day. Let's take a look at the 7-day. Here we were noticing higher support. We just kept finding higher support, right? We did find this was a little bit of a lower support level than what we've been seeing. But for a while there, we had a nice streak going where we were finding lower support each time until we reached. So it was interesting. Once we reached that $8,500 mark, we peeled back. So it's a matter of perspective. Hodl, hang in there. If you bought high, you might consider taking a look at those projects again and seeing what their sale price is. And I'm not saying, have false optimism or false hope, but I'm suggesting that if you believed in cryptocurrency and you believed in the project that you invested in previously, maybe when it's on sale, is an outstanding time to possibly consider getting back into those positions, dependent upon which ones you really truly believe in at the sale price. If you've got a couple spare coins or spare dollars laying around, that maybe this weekend you don't go out and drink, spend $150 at the club. You just take that $150 and put it into a Litecoin and let it sit, or take that and put it into Cardano or something that you like, right? That was another thing that I said on my Twitter here. I was talking about, I was actually meaning to point this out in one of the videos, but I might do a video on Litecoin. I said, with this light pay option, I'm becoming very bullish on Litecoin at these prices. Anyone else? So if you even wanted to see what the comments are on this bear market comment that I make, let's see what most of you are saying. I'm exactly the same, already loaded up. Yeah, if the market could wait until payday, that would be great. Slow and steady wins the race. The longer the bull waits, the more time I have to throw money into this, or throw day job money onto sales. Exactly. So a lot of you guys in the audience, or at least the people that are following me, have a really positive outlook on this bear market environment that we're seeing. So it is a matter of perspective. And if you find yourself on the wrong side of the coin, where you're looking at it like, well, Jeff, I bought Litecoin at $300. I mean, I'm upside down like crazy right now. How am I supposed to be positive about this? Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, maybe you can find a way to make it positive. Like Kiyosaki said, Robert Kiyosaki said, the best investors, the best professional investors love bear markets because that's how they get rich. So just because you got burned once doesn't mean you have to get burned twice, kind of thing. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Thanks to everyone for checking us out on Instagram here. North Pole, Colorado, AltCoin Buzz. Here he is. Get me in on some Bitcoin. I like to laugh around on Twitter. We'll see what's up. Anyways, guys, thanks to everyone who's been checking us out on Twitter also. So Instagram over here, Twitter over here. Man, oh man. Lots going on. What the dealio. Got our links up here. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks to everyone who subscribed to this channel. And click that bell if you like videos like this.